Am I back? Those of you who have been with me since the beginning, or from the beginning, or however, um, have seen Gina. So Gina and I were together yesterday, and I was talking to her, and I told her yesterday was my first time to move to Hawaii. I do have a plan B because this is very short notice. So, as my mentor said, and this isn't a natural me. So I do have a mentor, and he said, "Well, you have to have a plan B." My plan B was to stay here in Arizona, continue to look for a room, and then do a more prepared plan to go to Hawaii. And as I was talking with Gina yesterday, I realized I don't know how to plan. I'm extremely spontaneous, and as a Libra, sun and moon rising in Libra, my scales constantly are back and forth when it comes to myself, and I adapt to change very easily. So that makes me not grounded. Like, I go with the flow. So if the wind's blowing to the north, hey, Shalonda's gonna be going to the north. And if it's blowing to the east now, and so that's not grounded. And I had to accept yesterday, I don't know how to plan. And when I do my entrepreneur ventures, it's not that they fail, but I don't have a plan. So as things change, like it does in business, and when starting a business, I change with it instead of having a plan and sticking to my plan. So I got to learn how to plan because it's necessary, right? It's necessary. And I don't know, planning, it's more than just, I don't really know what it is. I don't know how to plan. So that's what I got to do. So the first thing that I'm going to do to try and start to learn how to plan is Gina and I are going to do a um, a festival. It's actually a Pride festival in Tucson, which theirs is at the end of September. Now, this is huge because before that, some things need to happen, right? So you guys know that I'm at a women's facility. And so I'm looking for rooms for rent. There's so many pervs and scams out here that it makes it really hard because I don't want an apartment and I don't want to live on my own in an apartment. And Hotel Honda is gone, so I don't have that security anymore. Um, so I have to adjust and adapt to my current situation while still going where I'm trying to go in my own personal life, right? So I have to write down my steps to getting me there. The steps to get me to being a vendor, right? My steps to um, making the pieces that I want to make. First, deciding on what I'm gonna make. Getting the yarn, making the pieces, sticking to a timeline, creating a timeline. I have to do all that. And doing it isn't the sticking to it is the problem as things change. That's where I get all over the place. So, and I'm sure some people can relate to that. And when for me, it's not about having a stable roof or not. It's not about whether I was living out of my car or wherever. It's about accepting and realizing that I don't know how to plan. I'm extremely spontaneous. So how do I become successful? Not financially successful. To me, success is living in the state that I want to live, not state geographically, state of mind, state of being. So for me, I want to live in a peaceful state of being and a still, tranquil state of being, and a state of being able to be the helper, the nurturer that I am, right? And I've accepted that I cannot do that in the hustle and bustle environment. And that hustle and bustle is not for me, which is why when I got here, I started exploring my living options. And then ultimately, I'm like, I really want to live minimal, small, and mobile. Let me start by living out of my car. That was perfect for me. And like I used to tell you guys, I used to sleep well, and I slept comfortably in my vehicle. It sounds weird and I really can't explain it, but I felt comfortable where I was at. I felt comfortable, and I miss my hotel Honda. I really miss my hotel Honda for several reasons, but mainly for having my own place to live, to sleep, I miss that. And adjusting to not having that, but still feeling like I don't want to conform and I refuse to conform to apartment living. Like I'm totally against, I'm really against that, having to pay for, it's anyway. And then this asshole is putting tariffs on solar panels like that. I'm not with the strong arm that this government is doing on the citizens in this country. I'm just not with it. I'm not with it at all. So again, that we have to adapt to, we have to adjust. But I have to learn how to plan to successfully live. So that's my first plan. If I can successfully execute doing the Tucson Pride Fest as a vendor, I will be so proud of myself, you guys. Extremely proud of myself. Because that will have been the first time that I really followed through with a plan on my own, as a creator, as an inventor, and as a entrepreneur, because it's not about just being able to sell. Not for me. You have to be able to build from that and grow from that. And I also had to acknowledge that I'm much more relatable in person. Like in person, people feel my energy, and it's easy for me to sell in person, especially things that I create from my hand. Online, I'm not so, because it's like, who is this person? Who is she? What is this? What are you? And I'm not good at telling my story online. I'm not good at, and I just started doing it because there's a woman that I follow on YouTube, her crochet channel, and she gives tips on starting your crochet business. And she said, when you post your pieces that you wear, tell how it makes you feel. Tell the story behind it, why you made this piece, why you chose this yarn, different things like that. So I started doing that with the skirt outfit that I made. But that's not something that I'm good at online. In person, I shine. And maybe it's my age, and I grew up before the internet, where you had to be sociable in person. You had to be relatable in person. And I perfected my in-person, relatability. And so I'm not very great online. Not great online at all. So I have to adapt to that change as well. And I'm still figuring that part out, but in person I do good. So that's why I figure if I become a vendor at some of these places, I can generate income, um, and that'll help me with my move. Now, the reason I have to start working on my plan B, because I'm not sure if plan A, which is to move to Hawaii in August, will work, because where I'm staying, I told you guys I'm staying at a women's transitional housing, but I constantly have to buy food. And I'm like, I can't buy a plane ticket if twice a day I gotta buy food to eat, because this shit here is not edible, or they serve nothing but pork, or it's just like, what is this? You know what I mean? And then yesterday, I wasn't here. I was with Jenny yesterday, so I wasn't here for the beginning of dinner. But yesterday, apparently, there were flour mites in the pasta. Now, if you guys know what flour mites are, that you see, how can you open up the bag or the box of pasta, dump it in the water to boil it, and not see these flour mites? But, they figure, well, they're homeless anyway. They're not human beings. They're just homeless people. Fuck them. They don't need to eat good food. So there were flour mites in the pasta, and the chicken was old. I'm talking about, you know how human beings, when you die, you get that grayish brown color? That's what the fuck the chicken looked like. And it smelled. So when I came in, which was after the pasta, after the whole fiasco, and so they were serving rice. And so I got my dinner plate, and the chicken, I smelled it. I smelled the chicken as I put it down. And then I put it up to my mouth. I'm like, this shit is fucking old. And I cut a piece open, and I see that it's grayish brown. Like, that shit was old. So this is what they're serving now. It's like, fuck you. But they claim that their focus is to help those who don't have a job find a job so that they can save their money so that they can find housing. How can someone save their money for housing when they constantly have to buy food to eat? It it's counterproductive. It doesn't make sense. So that is why I'm not sure if my plan A to move to Hawaii will work in this moment in time, August 10th. So I have to start working on my plan B while still um, keeping plan A in there, right? Because if I get the money for the plane ticket and I'm able to still save a few dollars before it's time for me to leave, then I'll do that. If not, I need to stay here a little longer, plan, which will make it tougher because looking for a room, there's just pervs and scams and pervs, you know. Either they want you to, you can live rent free, you know, if you're pretty and you're willing to clean in a thong, or, you know, just fuck me every now and again, or just suck my dick. I'm just looking for a room, bro. I'm not trying to suck your dick. I'm not trying to fuck you, and I'm not trying to clean your fucking house in a thong. Period. I just want a safe, regular place to stay. And then when it's a woman, and like yesterday, you know, I sent this whole email, and she's a woman, claimed she had, you know, two little kids, and part-time, looking to get back to work full-time, and it turned out to be a fucking scam. And I'm just like, oh, damned if I do, damned if I don't. But that's also what is making moving to Hawaii more appealing. But then I also have to think about this. I'll have to switch my phone company because who I'm with Metro by T-Mobile. They are not in Hawaii. So then I have to switch my phone plan. You know, so it's a lot of planning that, and a lot of processes and things that I have to prepare for the move to Hawaii, which is really appealing to me. Like, that's what I want to do. So I think I'm just rambling. I don't know if I have anything productive to say, but this is an update on what's going on with me. And I really did want to share it because some people may really, planning may not be everyone's forte. Like, it really is not mine, but it's detrimental. I have to learn how to plan. So if anybody has any tips on planning, if you're a great planner, like, please help your girl out. And I'm dead ass. I'm so dead ass right now. No LOLs at all. I've acknowledged that I don't know how to plan. Now I want to learn. I need to learn. But it's like telling someone who doesn't know how to cook at all to just follow the recipe. Well, I've done that. I've tried to teach my homegirl how to cook one of the most basic African dishes, peanut butter soup. It's called domada. Um, and I've given her the recipe. I've shown her how to make it, and she still cannot make it. Like, but she's not the best cook either. Even just the regular food that she cooks, you know, eat before you go to dinner, right? It's that. So for me, not being a planner and accepting that I don't know how, not accepting, acknowledging that I don't know how to plan. If you got any tips out there, please leave them in the comments. Please, please, please. I have to learn how to plan. And more so, how to stick to the plan. Like, how do you stick to your plan when things shift? Because things are naturally going to shift, right? It isn't, like they say, the road to success is not a straight line. It's turns and loops. How do you adapt and adjust to the changes in starting and growing a business or any type of plan that you have? while sticking to your plan. That's where I go wrong. Writing down the plan, writing out the plan, writing out the steps, I can do that. But making sure it's fireproof, making sure I have a plan B and a plan C or however many backup plans I need, I'm not good at that either. And then sticking to the plan when things change. I'm horrible at that. So if you guys can help me out, give me some tips, some advice, links, whatever it is, I will take it because I really, if I'm still going to be here in the upper 48, I want to be a vendor at the Pride show, the Pride event in Tucson, September 28th. All right. So, anyway, that's enough rambling for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Those of you who are on here live, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you guys very much. And again, I do apologize for being MIA for as long as I have been MIA. Life just happened, and I do feel like I had to deal with that in private. I had to isolate myself for a little bit to get through that because it was very, very, very personal. Even though I do get very personal on my channel, that was extremely, extremely personal, and I could not keep up with my channel um, going through that, and I had to get through that and just deal with it. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank you for your concerns and your comments and not unsubscribing. And to my new subscribers, thank you so much. For those of you who are new to my channel and have not subscribed, please feel free. My channel, I started off doing my car vlogs. I was a car dweller. My car was stolen. Hotel Honda is what I referred to my car as. So she was stolen back in October, and I've not gotten another car. I don't have the money to get another car. So thank you guys. Like, this is a really heartfelt thank you. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. And I'm back now. I'm back now, and life has changed once again. But it's a journey. There is no destination in life. Every soul shall taste death. So amongst the living, it is a journey. In Houston, and I'm at a transitional housing place now, but the food is awful. And I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Cornerstone. Is that just in Texas? Yeah, I'm at a transitional place. No scam. And the scams are looking for a room because I don't want an apartment. I'm not looking for an apartment. And then also, actually, I did apply for a studio, and I liked it because it was small. It was really small, but cute though. But this 2.5 year journey that I've been in Arizona has put my credit down to shit. So I was actually denied the application for credit. Now I don't have any evictions or anything like that. I've never had, but this transition, the entrepreneur venture I've been on, my income has not been steady. So the things that I had set up before I moved here, when my credit was decent, when I never had a problem since 18 when I got my first apartment. I've never been denied an apartment for any reason. So this was a shocker for me. It really was, and it was it was hard to, it was a hard pill to swallow because I've never, ever, ever been denied. But I know where it all, I know where I have to get back to, right? So, and then I know what it is that has dropped my credit score so low. So that is the good part. But again, that was kind of pressure coming from my mentor to just try it, try see how you would feel in the studio. But for me, I only wanted to rent a room. I don't want a lease or an apartment or anything like that. So that's where the scams are. The scams are in looking for rooms for rent, and it doesn't make it easy. And I've been looking for a room for rent since December of 2018. So that lets you know that it is a lot of scams. I mean, you'll see it even if you guys Googled Craigslist Phoenix or went to Craigslist Phoenix and then went into the rooms for it, you'll see it for yourself. Go to Craigslist Phoenix and look in housing, and then go into room shared. You'll see it. You'll see it. Cute 420 girl, free rent. Or if it doesn't say something that bold, it'll say send pic. Tell me about you. Why do you need to see my picture in order to decide if you want to let me rent this room or not? Or free rent to take care of me. I'm an older guy. You know, why? Or why do I have to succumb to get in an apartment? Why do I have to? Because they have second chance apartments. Why do I have to succumb to that? I don't want that. So that's another part of adapting and adjusting, because I know there's something out here, but it's just a matter of, will I find it in time, or will I start my journey of going to Hawaii and sleeping on the beach in my blanket, and then, figuring it out from there. So, but it's all a journey, and I will enjoy the journey while I'm on it. But I am back now, and I appreciate you guys. So if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. It is kind of an abundance of free living, free thinking, acceptance, humanity, compassion. That's really what my channel is about, because that's what I'm about. Wow. Okay, I will. Absolutely. Absolutely. And see, that's what I'm about. Humans helping humans. Plain and simple. Humans helping humans. And I do, on my Facebook, I have real tough conversations about real life things. And on my YouTube, I just share my journey with you guys in a real way. And like I put, I won't ever edit my videos so, where they look real pretty. Life is raw and uncut, and my YouTube channel and my videos will always be raw and uncut. And I really do like doing the lives because they can be replayed. And it is me raw and uncut. I don't have to edit it, and I don't want to, and I'm not going to, because this is life. There's no one in real life yelling, cut, action, okay, retake. This shit happens raw, it happens real, and it happens right now. And we just have to deal with it. We have to adapt and adjust right now, in the moment. We don't get time. So, again, and I will take your number and contact you. Absolutely, absolutely. So I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time, since this is a live video. And I'm off today. I'm actually off until Thursday. I don't go to work until Thursday. So I will be working. I will be planning to plan. No, I'll be planning. And I'm also job hunting, because the restaurant I work at, I think I told you guys before, but he keeps the credit card tips, or he splits the credit. I don't know what it is, but we don't get the credit card tips, and I'm not about that life. So I'm going to go to a different place that I applied today. So, and I'm probably burning my candle at both ends. I don't know. Is working on my plan B while still keeping plan A in mind, is that burning the candle at both ends, or is that being smart? I don't know. I genuinely have no fucking idea. I'm just doing what I feel, and that is not planning. So, and that's also kind of chaotic, and I don't like chaos, and that's why I feel so chaotic, because I'm like, what are you doing? Do you want to go to Hawaii on August 10th? Or are you going to stay here? I just don't want to be caught. And maybe that's what a plan is. I really have no fucking clue. I really don't know. I'm terrified to just focus on going to Hawaii, okay? And maybe that's what a plan is. Do I just focus on going to Hawaii and then, okay, when I get the money to buy my ticket, buy my ticket. Never mind the fact that I have to buy food. Okay, so prepare. You have to buy food. So now think about how much you need to spend and rein in that, put a number to that, and you stick to that because your plan A is to go to Hawaii to buy your plane ticket. So then when I get the money to buy my plane ticket, that'll be set. Like, is that what I do? Or do I keep that in mind while working my plan B? So looking for another jobs that will pay more, looking for um, looking for a room for rent here. Which is it? What do you guys do? When you set your goal to one thing, do you have a plan B? And while having a plan B, do you still work on the plan A? And plan B comes into effect when you meet when you get to the deadline for your plan A and you're not able to do it. Is that when you start your plan B? So how that would look for me is if I just focused on plan A, which is the move. And then when August 10th gets here and I have to be out of here, okay, what's going through my head? What's going through my head is, would August 10th get here and I not have my plane ticket? Or would August 10th get here and I have my plane ticket, but maybe I only have $100 in my pocket? So then I just get on the fucking plane, right? And I land in Hawaii with $100. And then while I'm on the plane, I have to keep in mind, you only have $100. So, you can't. That's what I'm preparing for because I don't know anyone in Hawaii. So I will land there homeless. I have emailed about a job. I've looked into the rooms for rent in Hawaii, and the rent amount for rooms is the same as it is here in Arizona, so that wouldn't be a huge shocker. But I would be preparing myself to land there homeless. Yes. Yes. And I would be preparing myself to live and work amongst the natives, which is what I want. I don't want to be in the touristy upper 48 or around the world travelers. No, I want to be around the brown people of Hawaii, you know. So that would be my preparation, which is why I would take my comforter. But my mentor said that's not a plan. That's not a plan. You can't. But I feel like if I get there, that's half the battle. Getting there. That's half the battle for me. And then the natives can help me, get unhomeless. I don't know. Show me around. Work at this place. So should I be focusing on looking for a room for rent and a job in Hawaii instead of focusing on doing that here? Because it sounds, as I think about it, maybe I am more focused on my plan B than my plan A. As I think about it with you guys, that's what it sounds like I'm doing. It doesn't sound like I just have a plan B. So, and maybe, I don't know, I got a lot of maybes, and that's because I've acknowledged that I don't know how to plan. So I do have a lot of maybes. And I hear Hawaii is expensive, but it seems to be the cost of living. I don't know what the jobs pay, but like I said, the rooms for rent seem to be pretty comparable. And I don't know if they have call centers or things like that in Hawaii, but I would just want to, I don't know, get there. Get there. Like Olita Adams said, I'm just trying to get there. Get here, get there. But I gotta have a plan. So, if you guys have any suggestions, I'd appreciate them. And another reason I was looking for it, but that's to stay here. So I'm repeating myself. I'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks again, you guys. I'm going to end this live. I think I figured out how to end the live now. So I'll do that. Thanks for chiming in. And I will contact you. I don't know if you're available now. I know they are. I've Googled it. I've researched it. I've watched a couple of documentaries. I know the natives are homeless. The natives are homeless. But I just want to live before I die. And I mean, why is that any less living than fucking, I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this then, because I had a lot of thoughts going through my head. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe if you haven't, so that you can know when I go live. And I love hearing you guys' feedback. So if you have any comments, any tips for me, I'd appreciate them. All right, you guys, have a fantastic Tuesday, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Okay, I clicked the X. Stop.